Karina Winters, Valley Sports. Coach, when you guys fight as hard as they did, but it's not the ultimate result that, everybody was looking for. What's the message to the group after a game like that?
I mean, it's our expectations. We don't expect anything less than our guys to fight and scrap. You set that standard in the beginning of the year. You set it in wins and losses. This is who we are. I mean, this is who we've been for the majority of the year. I thought our guys lived up to that tonight.
At one point, you had the reserve unit in there, literally of all reserves, all the starters on the bench. Moses Brown, Dylan Windler, Goodwin. Why did you go with that group and stick with that group? And how did they spark that entire team?
I thought they picked the tempo up. I thought Moses did a phenomenal job of running the floor, setting screens, and rolling hard. Goody was pushing the ball, getting into the paint, creating for other people. Kevin was out there obviously making shots. I thought they did a really good job of, instead of being on our heels, I thought they started attacking and hitting first, and we got positive results, so we let them ride.
Did you see that out of Moses in this short time that you've gotten to get to know him at practice?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of film obviously beforehand, and you see what he's capable of. But he's playing hard, and he understands that's what he has to do to make it. And he wants to be here. He's proven that he can.
Kelsey to the Athletic. Jimmy, what did you see from that closing unit, especially on the defensive end with Isaac and Karras, and just how they were able to, be effective there in the stretch?
I thought they were good. I thought they made it extremely difficult. Didn't give up anything easy. Made it tough on Embiid. He's a hell of a player. He made some tough shots down the stretch. Some and ones. Through physicality, but it was nothing easy. He had to earn it all. James had to earn it all. There was a couple of loose threes late, but I thought the guys, made them earn it tonight. They had great players who did.
When we talk about lessons and learning from these moments throughout the whole season, but now with where you guys are at, how is this a lesson in the sense of especially playing the Sixers when there is down the line a potential playoff matchup?
Well, it lets you know that you can compete, and you can put yourself in position, to win basketball games against a really, really good team. And if we play the way we played tonight, we're going to give ourselves a shot.
Thank you.
Matt Robinson, 93 The Fan. Coach, when it comes to Karis LeVert tonight, 7 assists off the bench, same as Darius. How does it make it a little bit easier on you to be able to lean on both of those guys to not only score the ball for you guys, but also be able to distribute with both the starters and the second unit?
Well, the defense has to make a couple of tough choices. They don't just stare down one guy and you can put them on the floor together. You can give Darius a little bit of a breather. You can run Darius off of screens and those types of things. But putting the ball in Vert's hands, you're comfortable that he's going to make the right play. He's a threat to score it, obviously. But when guys bring help, he has the ability to make the right play, make the right read.
And then with Dylan Windler getting early playing time as well, it always seems like he has a knack to just get those tap rebounds and, make some of those plays off the ball. What have you seen from him and his aggressiveness since he's come back from the charge?
He's trying to help us win basketball games. He does, a great job of making those extra effort plays, whether it's deflections, offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, whatever it takes. He's just trying to help us win. And he's trying to be that spark, and I think he's doing a great job of it.
And then regarding Jetty not playing tonight, was that pre-planned or was that based on, some matchups that you guys saw coming into tonight?
No, I just wanted to give Dylan an opportunity to play.
Joji Kezikan, Coach, Isaac seems to be a rhythm player at the end of last year, this year before he got COVID, and now he seems like he's in a really good rhythm. Do you feel like he's kind of found himself offensively right now?
Yeah, I think he's figuring out, ways to score the ball, and the places that he can be with this team, where he can be most effective. Obviously, when he's making his corner threes, it's helpful. But you look at him driving, you look at him cutting, and he's putting a ton of pressure on the rim as well. So, he's figuring it out. He's getting to the free throw line a bunch as of late, also, and knocking his free throws down.
Ashley Bastock, Cleveland.com. JB, to go from the second quarter where you guys give up 42 points to the third quarter where I think it was the second best quarter defensively you guys have had all year, only giving up 13. I guess What was the message at halftime? What allowed them to flip that switch so quickly?
I think it was our mentality, to be honest with you. I thought in the first half, they were the aggressors, even on the offensive end of the floor. Like, you watched them play, and they were physical, right? They were putting their shoulders in our chest and getting to the paint over and over and over again. And I thought our guys in the second half, in the third quarter in particular, did a great job of, holding their ground, and putting their bodies on people and making a game more difficult and making it a little more gritty.
And then the matchups that they're placing, and we talked so much about Jarrett on Embiid and what he does there. I mean, the fact that you guys were able to fight back in this one without such a key piece in those earlier matchups, I guess what you hope they take forward from this, even though it ended up being a loss?
I mean, this is who we continue to have to be. We got a lot of games left, a lot of good teams. But again, if we play and compete the way we competed tonight, we're going to give ourselves a chance to win them.
Thanks, BJ. JB, what explanation did you get on the non-jump call there with 16.8 seconds to go?
A bad one. I think, and again, it's an understanding of, the way that the rules are laid out, right? Darius anticipated the contact, and he did it twice. He did it once on that one, and then he did it on the out-of-bounds play. And those are calls that are typically made. And, I don't have a good explanation for you, but those are fouls. And Darius should have been shooting three, and then we should have had a free throw on the ball out of bounds when they ran over his back when he stopped out of bounds. You see that play called all the time. So I didn't get an explanation or a good one anyway.
Thanks. And following up on what Ashley said, you guys played with a physicality tonight. Is that what it takes against that Sixers team? Is that what you want out of your guys, to be able to kind of throw that first punch you talked about a lot?
Yeah, I mean, that's the way you have to survive in this league. The teams that throw that first punch and that continue to punch put people on their heels. But if you go out and you're the aggressor, you're going to stand people up, and now it's what for what. And then you give yourself, your talent, your scheme, and all that things a chance.
Thank you, sir.
Kind of down the stretch, I mean, we look at the positives, but what's something that you take away is like, okay, this was a moment where we could have been better, and we need to take forward.
You know what? I thought we were good down the stretch, to be honest with you. Obviously never perfect, but the things that they got, they earned them, and they were hard earned.
Mm-hmm.
I think like even the three that hit in the corner, I think Evan deflected it.
Yeah.
So there was nothing, where you say, hey, this was, we made this mistake, but I thought our guys really made them earn it. Again, they've got great players, and those great players earned it tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
You guys have a good day.